Today we're going to be cooking a fabulous dinner. So if you're getting ready to throw a dinner party, listen up because you're not going to want to miss this. We are making cream cheese stuffed poblano peppers. And to start things off, I'm going to show you how to get the peppers cooked and clean. Now when you go to the supermarket, you're going to want to buy these big green poblano peppers. The bigger the better. And to cook them, it's easy. If you don't have a gas stove, then throw them on a cookie sheet and throw them in the oven. If you do, light your stove on high heat, use your tongs, and just place it on there. What this does, it burns the edges to a nice charred black color. That's what we're looking for. Once it's all nice and charred, you're going to want to have a plastic bag handy so that you can throw it in so it can steam and the skin will start to peel off and release. It makes it really, really easy to clean. You can start to see the char marks right here along the sides. We want the whole pepper to be just like that. After it's been cooking for a while, you want to keep rotating it, and this is exactly what we're looking for. This charred, dark brown, it looks beautiful like this, but once it gets like that, the skin just kind of peels right off, and it makes it so easy to clean. Again, if you're doing it in the oven, be very careful. Have a hot oven, and probably 500, preheat your oven to 500, put them in there on a cookie sheet, and make sure you rotate them just like this the same way, and watch them. There's really no set time for cooking this. It varies depending on your oven. Here we've got our pepper, and it looks perfect. This is exactly how you want your pepper to look. Turn off my fire. It's charred on all sides, really nice and black. So while it's hot, throw it in your plastic bag, a grocery bag, any kind of bag will do. Twist it so it's sealed, and let it steam and let it cool before we start cleaning it so you don't burn your hands. So I'm going to leave this here, let it steam before I finish cleaning it, and I'm going to go back to my cream cheese filling. What we're going to do here is I have 16 ounces of cream cheese. Room temperature is better, so it's easier to mix. Just like that. Obviously, my favorite Kraft Philadelphia cream cheese. Nice and creamy. That looks beautiful already. Alright, I'm going to kind of work this out just a little bit. Smush it up, get it going, because you want it to be easy when you add your Monterey Jack cheese. And here I have an 8-ounce block of Monterey Jack cheese that I've shredded by hand. My cream cheese is nice and soft and mixed pretty well, so I'm going to add to it the Monterey Jack cheese that's already shredded. You can kind of eyeball it if it looks like it's too much, because you want an even balance. You actually want a little bit more cream cheese than not. So I'm going to stir this up and see how it looks. That looks excellent. Here we have our burnt pepper. As you can see, if you can see close, the skin has already started to peel away. It peels off very easy since it's had time to steam in that plastic bag. So you want to turn on some cold water and let it run under there so it's not hot on your hands. And the skin, you just lightly pinch it and it comes right off. Take your fingernail or a knife and slice down it. Just like that, and it'll open it up. This one's already steamy, and you'll see the seeds. The seeds are the hottest part. Be careful not to tear up your pepper. You just want a nice slit, just like that. The seeds are the hottest part of the pepper. So, of course, we're going to want to take those out. So, get yourself a spoon or use your hands or whatever you'd like, and just scrape the seeds out just like that. They come out real easy. Here we are with our cleaned and peeled and de-seeded peppers. And here's our cream cheese filling. Now that it's nice and soft at room temperature, we're going to add our last ingredient, which is a can of corn. You want to make sure your corn is drained really, really well. You don't want any extra liquid in it. So just go ahead and dump that in. You don't have to use the whole thing. You can if you like a lot of corn. It's all up to you. And just, again, stir that in there. And all I'm going to do now is spoon this into our open peppers. This recipe yields about 4 peppers, so again, it's very easy to modify if you want more or less, so just do it as you like. These you just fill up nice. You want to have plenty of filling in these. That's what makes them good. Just like that. You see the yellow, the white. They look really pretty. One more little lump there. Here we have our peppers. They look beautiful, full of colors. And when we cook these on top of our rice. So let's get our rice going. This takes only a few minutes. I already have everything prepared over here. So let's go. In our pan, we're going to add a tablespoon of vegetable oil. To that, we're going to add about half an onion, chopped finely, and 1 cup of long grain rice. Just like that. The secret to this rice is you want to brown it just a little bit before you add your liquid. You don't want to burn the onions, so you make sure you keep stirring really well. Now that this is starting to sizzle and turn, I'm going to let it cook just for probably about 5 more minutes, and then we'll add our liquid. Let's get our liquid heated up. In here, I've got 3 cups of water and 1 spoonful of Knorr. Alright, here we have our rice. As you can see, it's starting to take a golden color. You're really smelling the onion and the oil and the rice. It smells really, really good. Right about now is when you're going to add your water and chicken stock and Knorr. Remember, you want it to be hot. So just dump that all in. Now, just give it a light stir. Lower the heat. You're going to want to simmer your rice. So about a medium to medium low. And let this cook for just a few minutes. When it starts to bubble is when we're going to add our peppers right on top and then cover it. Here our rice is thickening up really nicely. We have lots of bubbles going. It's making a lot of sound. It's starting to smell really, really good. So at this point, we need to add our peppers right on top. Very easy. Set them right like that inside the rice. This also looks so beautiful when you go to serve it to people. People are always amazed at how pretty the dish looks. Our nice stuffed peppers. Just like that. You're going to need a big dish to cook your rice in when you get these big peppers. Alright, after you get your peppers in, you're going to want to cover it. If you have a cover, that's great. I don't have a cover that fits, so I just use a little bit of aluminum foil. Tuck it around nice to the sides, just like that. Let it simmer. It's really important not to take off your lid of your rice until it's done. You know when it's done when you can listen and not hear any bubbling or any gurgling noises. There's really no specific time limit. It really varies. Normally about 20 minutes. Our rice and our peppers are all done. If you listen, you hear no bubbling sounds, no gurgling. So I'm going to go ahead and take off my covering. And this is what you got. Our delicious meal is all done. Again, it's such a beautiful meal to serve because it just looks pretty. Here we have our delicious meal. It's beautiful. The presentation's beautiful. It's authentic. Let's dig in and see how it tastes before we let anybody else try it. It's delicious. Y'all definitely need to try this, but don't take my word for it. Go home and make it yourself. You'll see how easy it is and how delicious it is. It's a great change if you're done with meat for the week. If you need something different, definitely give this a try. Y'all are going to love it.